This month, guys, is the most important month I've ever streamed. This is not an exaggeration by any means. I really need to do my best to raise funds for my taxes in April, which are going to be due around mid-April. I need to raise as much as humanly possible in a short amount of time. So I know there's special events coming up, and some people have already told me they're kind of saving up for the special events, which is fine. I understand that. Thank you very much. But the best ways that you can support me this month are as follows. Number one, pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Number two, buying something from my Teespring shop, which is teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Or number three, tipping me during a stream. Okay? How do you tip? There's two ways. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click. If you don't see that button, you could just type !tip into the stream chat. 3 ways to support. The best ways to support, all those ways, those funds are things that I can put towards the taxes in April. And this is super important. If I can't pay my taxes, it means that basically I'm either going to get a lien on my house or get put on a payment plan that I probably can't afford. And I am probably going to have to sell my house this year, which I don't want to do, obviously. I've lived here for a while. Kat and I have now lived here together for over a year. We absolutely love our life here together. I've absolutely busted my ass to have everything that I have and keep it. And, you know, it is what it is. That bad circumstances have gotten me to this point. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it on the whole pre-stream. But I do need your help. If you love what I do, if you love the daily live streams, if you love the on-demand videos, if you appreciate the fact I've been around for over 10 years and I'm still going strong, and you want to see all this continue, and you don't want to see me have to take a lot of time away this year because I have to sell my house and move everything and go into a shittier situation where probably the internet won't be as good and the sound won't be as good, and, you know, it's just going to be a nightmare. You know, please support if you can. If you can. And I strongly emphasize that. If you can. Don't go crazy. Okay? Now, in particular, if you guys still want to do other stuff, like, for example, if you want to cheer or sub during the stream, that's also fine. All right? Those things are going to help me long term, and I appreciate any contributions that you guys lend during the stream. In fact, today, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I am going to give you a shout out. Keep in mind, guys, this is a co-op stream today. So this is a lot different than when I'm doing a solo stream. It's a little bit harder for me to do live shout-outs because I'm interacting constantly with my co-op partners. It's hard for me to say, oh, and now interrupt what I'm saying to them to give a shout-out to someone. You know what I mean? In particular, I usually try to do it between the matches, but we'll see how it goes. And again, thank you all for your support. I appreciate that. I should also say this up front. Today's co-op partners also have their own YouTube channels. Both Kekken and Brian have their own stuff. And I will leave it to them. If they feel like promoting it, they're always welcome to promote their own stuff when they're co-oping with me. That's just fair. It's only fair. In particular, Brian plays a lot of Rainbow Six, and Kekken plays a lot of fighting games like Smash and Tekken 7. So they don't really play the stuff that I play. It's okay if you want to go check out their stuff for variety's sake, okay? And I hope that you will. All right. Okay. So I covered the plugs, and I covered everything, I think, here. I think what we'll do now, guys, is let's get to shout-outs for people who've contributed, and then we'll start getting set up. Does that sound good? I hope so. I hope it sounds good. All right. Excuse me. Alrighty. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Kekken also plays Final Fantasy 14. That's correct, too. He's played Final Fantasy 14 a lot recently, so... Okay, so, starting off, overnight, a few people contributed, and I want to give them a shout-out. So, first of all, I had an anonymous $40 tip overnight. Thank you very much, whoever that was. They said, DSP, you rock. I always miss your streams live, but I catch your stuff on YouTube. Here's $40 Canadian, or about 3 cents American, but it says I received $40. I don't know if I actually did. Maybe I received a different currency. I have no idea how this works. But, thank you, whoever that was. That tip is much, much, much appreciated. Okay? Genetic Gamer cheered. Said, Phil, people often tell you stupid stuff like get a job. You've been doing this for 10 years, mostly 8 to 10 hours a day. Do you think the people who tell you to get a job have no idea what they're talking about? Yes. They are idiots. Because they can't possibly fathom that doing what I do constitutes an actual job. And they actually have the stupidity and ignorance to think that getting out there and getting a job in the job market in the United States, how it is, and me being out of the job market since 2010, that I'm somehow going to get a job that pays as much as what I do with this. They're morons. I mean, it's incredibly stupid. First of all, I stream 8 to 10 hours a day. Let's clarify here. I stream 8 to 10 hours a day. I work more than that. Whenever I'm posting on social media, whenever I'm uploading videos, whenever I'm reading my forums, whenever I'm checking emails related to the business on my phone, or taking on a copyright claim or doing it, that's all work. And that could happen 24 hours a day, any of that stuff. You know what I mean? So at a minimum, every day I'm working 8 to 10 hours. And then on top of that, there's all this behind the scenes stuff that constantly goes down that you guys don't see. All right? I'll be honest, it's very challenging to do what I do, but at the same time, it's a hell of a lot of fun. My previous jobs that I always had were basically very boring. You know, go to work and sell computers. Go to work and take calls of customers who, need things for their helicopters, and try to direct them to the right people or make the calls for them to get their parts repaired and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, fast food, are you kidding me? I had that fast food job for the longest time. They're not very rewarding jobs. You know what I mean? Like, those are jobs you go in and you basically earn a paycheck and you go home. This job I have now is the best job I've ever had because I feel like I'm rewarding. It's a rewarding thing. I get to see and interact with you guys every day. I get to see the positive impact that I make on people on a daily basis. I get direct thank yous and feedback telling me that what I do is worth something, that I make people happy with the content that I put out. And that's very different. You know, oh, I'm so happy that I bought a computer from you, versus, wow, I was having a really awful week. All this horrible stuff happened. I watched your stream. It cheered me the hell up and you made me feel so much better. That is amazing to have that. You know what I mean? So not only do I have a job that pays more than any job that I would have if I'd quit this and started to go out to do something else, it's also more rewarding and more meaningful. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life, and that's why I want to keep doing it for as long as I can. Anyone who says this isn't a real job is a complete fucking moron. I hate to tell you this, but the federal government would hate to differ with you with the amount of taxes they make me pay. Okay? So, I hate to tell you this. This is a real job, and it actually is one of the more challenging, if not the most challenging job I've ever had in my life. And it's a hell of a lot of fun paired with a hell of a lot of stress. Okay? So, I love it, and I certainly hope that all of you appreciate what I do and enjoy what I do on a daily basis. All right? I really do work hard to do this, and I hope that you guys like it, you know? If you don't, well, you can't please everyone, right? But since I've been here for over 10 years, I'm pretty sure I'm doing something right. Okay? Fair enough. Okay, shout out to Golden Colts, who did 145-bit cheer overnight. All right, so that concludes the contributions overnight. Now we're going to get to people who actually, let's get to the people who actually contributed today. So we start off with Android X, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Android X, for the subscription. Real Talk Play Apex cheered and said you should go the Breaking Bad route and sell drugs. No. See, and that's the thing. When you get desperate, sometimes you do desperate things. I'm not going to do that kind of stuff, you know. I'm just going to do my best to work hard, try to earn what I can, and try to get out of this hole. I don't know if this month anything's going to happen that's going to get me out of it. I'll be honest with you guys. The end of last year, during the Christmas week, I thought this is the big week. This is the week when people will come up and be generous and everything will be great and I'll get myself out of the hole and I'll be set for the taxes. And then I got sick as shit and I couldn't even stream Christmas week. And I missed out on my own special events that I had planned out. And then by the time I came back, no one really cared anymore. Like, that whole feeling of festiveness and giving was gone. And I missed out. Like, that's an opportunity. Every year around the Christmas time, usually I get to put out a bunch of fun stuff. And I didn't get to do it this year. And it was very fucking disheartening. You know? Like, I was like, damn, now what am I going to do? And I'm kind of in that same boat now. Like, 3 months later, this is a make or break month for me. If I don't see a lot of support this month, to help me with this situation, I'm in a situation where I'm going to have to get rid of my house. I don't want to do that. I love this house. Our cat loves this house. We've worked our asses off this past year. I've worked my ass off for 10 years. It is what it is, though. I'm not going to do underhanded things to make money. I'm not going to start stealing and breaking the law. I'm just going to do what I can. Okay? Okay. Shout out to Itachi. No, Itachi. I'm just going to say Itachi, who subscribed for 5 months. He says, hold on. Oh, crap. He says, dropping by for 5 months of support. Keep on putting out great content. Be careful you fall for detractor usernames and nice comments they leave to bait you. I don't see why, like, for example, Genetic Gamer usually has some kind of a question that applies to something that is something usually pertinent. Could it be spun into drama if you're a fucking asshole? Sure. But I answer the questions honestly, and I have no problem doing that every day. I don't. There's never been a question asked that's been, like, gone too far or whatever. So, I understand your concern, but understand the people who spin my answers into dramatic, stupid, negative shit are going to do that anyway, or they're just going to make shit up regardless. So, I don't give a fuck. Let them do whatever they want. They're a bunch of dickheads. Okay. T-Money508 has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, T-Money. I appreciate that. Real Talk Play Apex cheered. He says, you never told us if 1/10 of your original YouTube revenue is equal to minimum wage in your area. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and do the fucking math. But I can tell you, there's absolutely no way I could be making a living just doing YouTube at this point. I mean, it's insanely, abysmally bad how much money I make on YouTube on a month now compared to what it used to be. It's just nuts how much it's dropped. And it's 100% YouTube's fault with all the shit that they fucked up over the years. They're the reason why. Yeah, I feel, I would say I feel bad for those who used to 100% make a living on YouTube and they basically had to stop doing that. But at least for me, I found a way to diversify and keep going with Twitch. So I would hope that they at least found another way to branch out, whether it's through merch sales, through Patreon, whatever, to keep going. Because, my God, is it bad. All right, Android Cheered, he says, I recommend when people tell you to get a job, you don't respond. Oh, he's saying, when you say that you make more money than if you got a part-time job, it might turn people off from contributing. The bottom line, guys, is it's not that I don't make good money. I'm telling you guys, I do. The problem is, so much shit has happened in the last few years to screw me over, outside of my control, not even things I did fucking wrong. For example, the YouTube adpocalypse. If that didn't happen, I'd be making enough money to pay my taxes and have no problem. The accountant who screwed me over by doing my taxes wrong for 4 years and then taking no responsibility for it whatsoever, leaving me with a ginormous back tax bill that fucked me over last year. These are all things that I can't control. You know what I mean? I did what I could to diversify and come to Twitch as a full-time streamer and do things. In fact, I would say this, in 2017, when I had come to Twitch, after being away for years, and I became a full-time streamer, things were going good. I was actually, for the first time in years, getting ahead of the 8 ball. I was paying down some of my debt. Everything was good. And then the back tax issue came out of nowhere. And number one, the reason that the state of Washington found out about it is because trolls contacted them. I'm not kidding. Trolls actually contacted the state of Washington saying they should look into Phil Burnell because he's not paying taxes. That's number one. Number two, it was my former accountant's fault for not doing it right. So, it's like the double whammy of everything just keep coming down on my head. I've never said once I don't make good money. I do. All right? And that's what I mean. If I quit this, if I just said I'm not doing Twitch and YouTube anymore, I'm going to go out and get a job, a different kind of job, whether it's a part-time sales job or I try to maybe work over here at a company that's like an aeronautical company because that's what I used to do, and try to do a job like that. The starting pay would be way lower than what I do right now. It would make no fucking sense. So understand, guys, when I say, right now is the most important streaming month of my life, it's true, and it's not because I don't make good money. It's because all these other factors have fucked me over to the point where I'm in so much debt that I can't even pay my obligation to the government because of other people's mistakes and other people's fuck-ups. Other people's inability to do their job properly have fucked my life over, even though I've done my job properly. And that's what pisses me off about the whole situation. It would have been one thing if, oh my God, did you hear Phil did this one thing and now everyone hates him, he's such a horrible person, no one will watch his content, and now he can't pay his bills anymore? That's not the case. It's, oh, YouTube fucked up horribly and all the advertisers left the website because they're a terrible fucking business. Oh, my accountant fucked up and didn't do his job. You see, it's like everyone else not doing their fucking job. And it pisses me the fuck off. Why? If everyone else would just do their fucking job and hold their weight, I'd be fine right now. But no. Unreal. So that being said, guys, I don't know what else to say about the situation. It sucks, but thank you for all of your support, and hopefully we'll get through it this month, right? That's all I can hope for. Hope for the best. Try to get through this and not lose my house. All right. Hickney cheered. He says the average starting pay is $6,500 in Boeing. That doesn't even make sense, what you're saying. That would mean $500 a month. That's insane. A regular part-time sales job at like a retail store is more than that. So I think you're slightly mistaken, Hickney. You may have missed a zero. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for all of your support so far. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and read the top cheerers of the week, because guess what? This is actually the end of the month. Well, the end of the week, excuse me. Tomorrow, everything will reset. All the cheer stats will reset as of tomorrow. So I do want to give credit to these people before everything resets overnight, okay? So shout out to the top 10 cheerers of the week. We start off with Mr. Papavera in 10th place. And a giant burp, disgusting. Let's try that again. Mr. Papavera in 10th place. Golden Colts in 9th place. Rock the Ice in 8th. And then, let's see here. Knows Nobody in 7th. Baja Blast 74 in 6th. Uzi Go Hard in 5th. Judicious Echoes in 4th place. Straight Cash Homie in 3rd. Bagel Goose in 2nd. And Infinite 55. Not only the top cheerer of the week, but also the top cheerer of all time on my Twitch channel. That's right. He's the all-time top cheering contributor. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. All right, guys. So, all that being said, I think we pretty much covered everything. Again, reminder, guys, the best way to support me this month would be either Patreon, Teespring, or tipping me. In particular, tipping me during the stream is the best way to support today. But if you'd like to cheer us up, it's still much appreciated. Let's actually check sub count, too, because I forgot to check that. Let's get that updated before we get ready to start here. We're at 519 subs. Thank you, guys. To everyone who subbed here on the pre-stream, I appreciate it. Hickney just said, if I could get a job that paid $150,000 a year, would I take that knowing I wouldn't be able to stream anymore? Well, first of all, that's a heck of a lot more money than I make right now. That's incredibly more than what I'm making doing this for a living. Just being very honest with all of you without disclosing actually what I make, which would be horrible. That's way more money than what I make. That probably, if I made $150,000 a year, would probably free me up. That I probably have enough to pay taxes, pay all my bills, and everything. So if I could right now, this very moment, take a job that would pay me $150,000 a year, I would say yes. However, I would have to pair that with an if it's something that would not destroy my life. Like if it's a job that's like 80 to 100 fucking work hours a week and I never see Cat and I'm always overworked and unhealthy because of the stress of the job, then it's probably not worth it. You see what I mean? What I would hope is that this would be a job where I could work it and then still have some free time, much like my previous office job. I would work 8, 9, 10-hour days, but then I would come home and I would be able to stream for a couple hours or play games for a couple hours a night and relax. That's the old days. That's how I used to do it from 2008 to 2010. Before I did this full time, that's exactly how I did. I worked my butt off at work, came home, and the playing of games was relaxing to me. It was my relaxation time after the job to unwind, okay? So, you know, that would be pretty cool, I think. So, we'll, you know, but that's the thing, and this is what a crazy thing this is. What job has a starting pay of $150,000? I can't think of one. You know, even doctors, when they start, aren't making $150,000. Even big-time Wall Street investors and stock market people don't make that much as a base salary. Theirs is based off of, say, commission. So that's like a pipe dream. That's insane. Someone would hire me to do something for $150,000. You know what I mean? Olivia Soares says, when I moved, why didn't I look up Washington business tax? I did. I looked all of it up. Now, of course, I don't understand tax codes and who qualifies and who doesn't. At the time, when I was moving, I contacted my previous tax attorney, and I said, listen, I'm moving to Washington. I don't understand the tax codes there. Should I get a new tax lawyer out there? Or, and he's like, no, I will keep doing your taxes. Don't worry about it. Then when I moved out here, I asked him directly. I said, do I owe any state tax whatsoever? Or is it just the federal? And he directly responded to me saying, no, you don't owe any state tax because there is no state income tax in the state of Washington. You only have to pay the federal from now on. I directly asked him, and that's what he told me. I didn't understand the ins and outs of what the tax is or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's that simple. The guy didn't do his work. Didn't care, didn't do his work, thought that my account was an easy gloss over account that he probably made a bunch of money on every year doing my taxes, and, just didn't want to do the due diligence. It's his fault 100% for that situation that I fucked me over and got me to where I am today. And now I just got to deal with it, Okay. So, guys,